Hi friends, continues to the previous chapter, Science and Technologies. Agni as a supporter of the universe. From all these, we can conclude that the concept of Agni, that is heat energy imagined and given expressed by Aryans for sustaining the universe and of its presence everywhere is not only a bolt on revealing one of the most important scientific truths on the presence of heat energy everywhere but proves their minute observational skill of ending up on the chapters of kinetic theory of heat detected and proved by the physicist in a very larger stage. It is proved from the modern experiment that the heat is in the form of energy and due to the kind of a motion of a particles is directly propagated and to the absolute temperature. According to this theory, every substance, solid, liquid or gas, consists of pyramids of tiny particles called molecules, which are the ultimate unit of the substances capable of existing in the free state. These molecules possesses all the characteristic of the substances. They are always in motion. Their velocity increases with the temperature. In 1859, Maxwell In 1859, Maxwell detected the laws of equipartition of the energy, which states in a dynamical system in the thermal equilibrium to the energy is equally distributed between the various degrees of freedom, and for each of this it is equal to half kT, where K is the Boltzmann constant and T is the equilibrium temperature of the system in the absolute scale. This was applied successfully by the Boltzmann for the rational and vibrational system. The above relation clearly shows for the sustaining the universe, the energy for each degree of freedom must have an energy value half kT and it is proportional to the heat, that is temperature, as K is a constant and the absolute temperature is T, which is a measure of heat, have some positive values, otherwise for zero values of the energy or heat, that is temperature, all will come to the standstill. So, sustaining of the universe without temperature is absolutely impossible. The question of having negative values of T does not arise. The presence of Agni, that is heat, temperature, everywhere must for survival of the universe, a beautiful truth imagined by the Vedic seers. Agni as presence everywhere. 10 different seers of about 20 mantras of Rig Veda have visualized the presence of Agni everywhere, that is within water and all movable and immovable things. It's been the causes of sustaining life in the universe and responsible for the growth of herbs, shrubs, tree, plants, ripening of the grains, presence in the womb of all living things and responsible for the digestive system of food, on which depends the sustenance and growth of their body. Why Agni was addressed as a messenger? Maximum number of time Agni has been praised as performing the functions of messenger or oblation bearer, and sometimes both. Agni, the bearer of oblation, has become the messenger. Agni has travelled in all the directions. According to at least 17 seas of 36 mantras, Agni travels in all the direction. He goes everywhere. We have also worked in the same line by taking up the martyrs, a glimpse of which I give in the appendix. Vedic people have We have also worked in the same line by taking up the martyrs, a glimpse of which is already shown. Vedic people has a clear-cut idea about the power, the force of a terrible strength and its effect, and also magnitude of the strength, the wind, the effect of martyrs, and its reaction through the might not have the ideas of measuring the strength and its unit. The martyrs are powerful, possessor of vigorous, strong, violent, the symbol of power with tremendous capacity and greater strength for doing work, shakers, agitators of the earth. A force of tremendous high magnitude can aggregate, shake, and tremble any objects like mountain, earth, and ocean. In our studies, we have come across so many mantras wherein the concept of like parallel forces, an important part of the static, is embedded. Further, the concepts of not only parallel forces but also like parallel forces and bending toward the couple is embedded in the physical attitudes of the martyrs are found in Rig Veda. The idea of bending arises due to the couple, that is, two unequal parallel forces, one due to the martyrs or wind and opposite one of the ground, can be seen as containing in the descriptions of a physical features or attributes or properties of martyrs as visualized by the Vedic seers. The Vedic seers addressing the martyrs always in the plural is not only rational but by a perfect correct representation of the phenomenon of the force in such cases. Mathematically, the effect of the martyrs, that is, wind, cannot be a single point. Also, we found the ideas of resultant force in physics attitudes of the martyrs, and the most important feature the presence of the concept of origin of sound and visualized by the Vedic seers. It is astonishing to realize that when the seers of says, while the masters pass along, they talk together on the way, they recognize unconsciously the phenomenon of the force, setting air medium in vibration, that is the same phenomenon behind the generation of the sound. Coming to the physical attributes of storm deity, that is the martyrs, which is next to Indra, almost atmospheric gods. We would like to analyze and present here some of them as found in the hymns of Rig Veda, and will see these attributes in the eyes of preliminary science. The martyrs are celebrated in the Rig Vedas independently in the 33 hymns and conjointly with Indra in 7th hymn, and one in each in Agni and Pushan. They are always celebrated in plurals. The physical attributes of the martyrs as visualized by the Vedic seers in those mantras related to the storm deity. The martyrs gives us an impression of their thoughts and ideas on the martyrs, where it is seen preliminary ideas of modern day statics and dynamics and the idea of the origin of sound are embedded. In our studies, we have seen in about 32 mantras related to the martyrs of the Rig Veda, more than 12 seers viewed the martyrs as powerful possessors of vigorous, strong, violent, and like. They depict the martyrs as a symbol of power. It is tremendous capacity and great strength for doing work. It is a tremendous capacity, martyrs as termed as, on which Sayana committed as and Wilson translated as a deadly strength. Regarding the main roots of martyrs, it has been stated as Yashikas Nirukha as appearing to the Mara, which has got connections with the root Mer. The meaning of the root among many may be mentioned as to die, to crush, or to shine. To be very specific, Mara coming from the root Mr, meaning primarily dying or death, seems to be perfect in the tune with strength, one of many physical attributes of the deities of the martyrs given in many mantras attributed to the martyrs in the Rig Veda. Moreover, another root Mrd with prefixes like pari or a also give the sense to the crush or grind. From above references and discussions, it can be said that the Vedic people have a clear-cut idea about the power, strength and the force, and also the magnitude of the strength of the wind, though they might not have the ideas of measuring strength and its unity. In our investigation in the independent hymns relating to the martyrs and also in the hymns dedicated conjointly in association with other deities, we have come across the mantras by 12 Cs, wherein the Vedic Cs visualize the effect of the martyrs and its reaction. Following are some of the expressions in the mantras in the related to the above mentioned physical attributes of the martyrs along with Saina's interactions and English translators. Mechanics in Hindu literature. Owing to a large-scale destructions of libraries and academic institutions by invading armies in the 12th century, most of the Indian science literatures were lost forever. Yet we cannot get some glimpse of the ancient Indian science from many religious texts which survived because they were in a private possessions of priest classes. These texts were not intended to be the book of the science, yet often the scientific information contained in these texts is substantial. However, some pure sciences text has also arrived and have been unearthed with last 2 centuries. These provide us the information as to what was the shape of the science in ancient India. The ancient Indians were only just being the equation formulation stages in mechanics when the Muslim invasion took over India. Probably has India not gone under the rule of foreign civilization, most of the modern concepts of the mechanism would have been formulated in India much before they have formulated in the West. Bhaskara was a last great mathematician physicist of India. He was also a greatest scientist in the world at this time. Bhaskara refined physics, especially mechanics, to the standards of mathematical accuracy. His achievements were incredible. For example, he calculated the center of the earth is not the center of the orbit or moon rotation. Bhaskara gave the concepts of instantaneous velocity. He gave the formula v is equal to s by t, where v is the average of the velocity, s is the distance travelled, and t is the time taken, where the velocity uniform intervals of the time may be of any amount, but when the velocity is variable and infinitable, small amount should be taken, that is ds by st. It is in the way of Bhaskara calculated the instantaneous velocity and instantaneous positions of many planets. This was the birth of differential calculation, the backbone of all the further physics 600 years before Newton. Bhaskara's death is 1185 was the end of very long traditions of Indian physicists. Muhammad Ghori invaded and captured India in 1192 and destroyed all educational institutes, big or small. Credits of burning the famous Nalanda University in 1193 goes to his general Bhaktiyarya Khilji. We do not know when actual systematic study of mechanism started in India, but it must have been before 6th century BC. The earliest text available to us, which is being labeled a proper physics textbook, is the Vaisheshika Sutras by Kannada. Kannada lives in the 6th century BC, was the most famous among the Vaisheshika known to the prosperity. He has mostly been known to us for his atomic theory. He was through a physicist. His physics is based on an application of a logic to the observation. Vaisheshikas preferred logics by eliminating logical facilities and superstitions. In that system, there was no place for beliefs. They were very realistic. They must thus able to discover many of the truth of the science just by the means of logic and observations. In this article, we will examine some of the ideas in mechanics from Kannada's, that is Vaisheshika Sutras, both of which are fortunately extended today. Kannada, Vaisheshika Sutras. Kannada discussed properties of matter and identified that motion was an inherent property of the substances. Mass was the another property of matter. In Vaisheshika vocabulary, energy has been called as karma. The Hindu metabolic concept of karma or accumulated past work is the actual literal application of the fact of the physics, born out of scientific understanding of relationship between work and energy. And at last, 2000 years before the West, they had the understanding that the work done against some force becomes stored as energy, which can be later realized as work. Thus, in the approach, the Vaisheshika Sutra of Kannada are quite modern. In the following paragraph, we shall examine some of the Vaisheshika Sutras. They are being given with the meaning and commentary. Original Sanskrit has been kept intact except the Sandhis has broken to clarify the meaning. One substances change into another substances and its property change into another property. Vaisheshika Sutra 1.10. The sutra has to be read in the light is the most basic propositions of the Vedic, that is orthodox physiology. The law of conservation of a matter and the energy or the first law of thermodynamics. In the other word, matter and energy can be neither be created nor be destroyed. It can also only change from one to another. Form and other magnificent characteristics of the substances are changeable, but not the basic substances measured today as mass. The law was known to the Vedic people that will not exist, cannot have an existence. That which exists can never be non-existence. How can something existence arise from something non-existence? According to Balagangadhar Tilak, this law and the law of causality were the two fundamentals on which Hindus thought, especially Chamkya philosophy, has been based. Al-Burina, who visited India in 1000 centuries, give as a summary the Hindu ideas of law of conservation of matter and the energy. Al-Burina mentioned that the Hindus believed the matters and the energy could neither be created nor be destroyed. Al-Burina writes, believe matters and energy to be eternal. Therefore, they don't not by the words certain. Understanding a formation of something out of nothing. They mean by creating only the working with the piece of a clay, working by the creation only on the various figures and combinations within it. He further adds, by creations, Hindus implies only a change of forms or features, and by destructions also they imply loss of certain features. By such a creation, not one piece of clay comes into the existence which did not exist before, and by such distractions, not only a piece of clay which exists ceases to exist. Alburina further writes, it is quite impossible in the Hindus should have a notion of creation as long as they believe that the matter existed for all eternity. Certain is a just making such arrangement within it, as which leads to the certain ends and aims which are potentially in it. He adds, as far as this is the meaning of a limitation of creation, even the human beings are at least theological capability of creating anything. Even living beings in the Hindu concepts, every creation implies a change of form of something existing and hence implies the change of form of something. Distractions of the earlier form of matter, hence distraction states take place as kind of new formation at the end of the world. This is the modern analytical way of studying physics. This type of physics did not exist in the Europe before the 17th century. Here we all also find a good understanding of reaction to the action. When the pulverial falls off at the Ukhala and rebounds up, the concept of the passive work is also there in the text. The amount of the potential energy is equal to the work was also understood with the clear of sutras. Potential energy is against the work. Understanding to the critical maximum forces is a must of upwarding projects of projectile is found in sutras in 5.1.8. The sutras tells its constant of gravity which impels that the force of projection must exceed the force of gravity. At 600 BC, another Vaiseshika scholar of repute who wrote collections of properties of matter. These texts are comprehensive books in the physics, a wide field ranging from general physics up to the quantum physics has been covered. These properties of motion in these, the precumulary of the single motion affecting a single body at a time, instantaneous velocity, velocity due to gravity, additional to two velocities in the opposite directions, vertical representing the velocity, etc., have been analyzed at least 1000 years before. These concepts were, though in the West, previous actions or the work done on an object results in the predestined tendency to move, which is called Vega, the momentum of Newton's first law. Uthyotakara of about the same time in his states that a heavier body falls to a ground with a greater Vega than an lighter body falling from the same height. That means Vega is a combined functions of velocity and mass. The ancient India physicists lead that the motion is instantaneous changes of a place of a particle. They held that the velocity cannot give birth to a new motion, meaning the velocity tends to remain the same and it cannot increase by its own. Impact or push can cause a motion, and the effects of an impact or push on the body are called samshakara. Veda is that tendency of a moving body by which it is continuous in motion. Veda in samshakara has been clearly stated by, he says that samshakara is of three types: Vega, Bhavana and form resisting. I have realized my view and now I feel that samshakara is a momentum and Vega it is variety. Sen also holds that his view the power of Samshakara diminishes by doing work against the encountering forces, and when the Samshakara is in the way, exhausts the moving body, come to the rest. Although this description fits both for kinetic energy as well as for the momentum. Chatterjee considered it to be a description of a gradual loss of momentum by the negative acceleration due to the work against the force, and hence an anticipation of the equal of the force in the Newton's second law of force, but Bhavna and Kshitigaspaka or another two varieties of Samshakara. These I am unable to explain. Bhavana could be inherita, literally means form resorting. It is likely that it means momentum, equilibrium in the case of a simple harmonic motions or elasticity. The analyzes the velocity due to the gravity in a freely falling body in quite modern ways. He says that a motion of a bodies falling from the rest start by the gravity alone. This leads to Samshakara is in the same direction. As the force of gravity continues to operate, the further motion of the falling body is due to the gravity as well as Samshakara. Yet further to the new velocity is added further velocity to the further action of the gravity. Thus the velocity goes on increasing. The resultant motion is one, but both the causes must be convinced as a contribution to the resultant motion. According to the seal, it was good foundation for a example on the accelerated motion in a falling bodies much before anywhere anything else in the world. The causes of the motion have been enumerated as gravity, pressures or fuel of a liquid, efforts and a special content. Example of special content includes impact or collisions and forced push. In other session, he discussed how energy from hand is transferred to the bow, which transferred it in the arrow, which comes into the motion. 5 types of simple movements have been noted: vertically upward through, vertically downward fall, or attraction, repulsion and the motion. Causes of translatory motion is a new contact with a point in the space, then separation with the points in the next interval of the time, and a new contact with the next point in a space field. This precisely gives us an understanding of the modern concept of dx by dt for the velocity. Pratasapta mentioned that karma, that is energy, is intiminous, belongs to the materialic substances, can initiate work on occasion with some other objects. It's a basic of a various types of actions. Cannot from the materialic substances causes motion in a specific direction. He gives the various varieties of motion such as curvilinear motion or a speed, rotatory motion and a simple harmonic motion or vibratory motion. In the discussion of the circular motions, he also refers to a angular momentum. He presented the ancient Indian concept of the theory of relativity, where relativity has been called as apikasa buddhi. It is a cause of a relative experience of a time and a space, and in distractions lead to the dissociation between space, time, matter or energy. Time is also eternal. It is an eternal dimension of existence, but it also relative. Also, it is perception in the dependence on the condition of the subjects preserving it. Many of the features of the time are like that of the space. It is in adhara of the events in the same way of space in the adhara of objects. Time is Anashirita, that is, not dependent, not required others. On that account, also, it is very much like space. It is also suggested that in the very beginning of the universe, it was condensed form of a time from which everything emerged. It is remarkable to the note that the word Gurutva was used to denote weight, that is, as an indicator of a mass, as well as the force of gravity. Today is contemporary physics also, the same particles loosely exist. He writes the gravity, that is, Gurutva, is the cause of all falls of solids and liquids, and it can be prevented by contact and force as well, upward movement. He was intelligent enough to define matter by its capacity to gain momentum by application of force. The numbers and zeros in the Vedic Shuktas, some applications in the China context. Language and the mathematics makes human expression possible and exact. While languages varies, mathematical in its development is universally the same. Where the basic of the mathematics realized and developed. In the paper, we trace the root of a number of geometry in Vedas. Internal evidence from Vedas is produced the numbers 1 to 9 and 0 being there. The Veda also referred of what in the modern technology are called sequence of the numbers and fractions, both units and others. Some application in the form of special branches covered by Upavedas and in war and communications are pointed out, while travel of Hindu mathematics to West is widely known. Here we bring mention of the presence of the Indian mathematics in China. Lastly, brief mentions of great Indian mathematicians starting from Bhayodima to Janadatta and are made to indicate the continuity of the traditionals. 200 years before, Pythagoras, the philosophers in the North India, has understood the gravitation held the solar system together, and that therefore the sun, the most massive object, has to be as its center. 24 centuries before, Isaac Newton, the Hindu Rig Veda, asserted that the gravitation held the universe together. The Sanskrit speaking Aryans subscribed to the ideas of the spherical earth in an era when the Greek believed in a flat one. The Indians of the 5th century somehow calculate the age of the earth as 4.3 billion years. Scientists in 19th centuries from England were convinced it was 100 million years. The modern estimate is 4.6 million years. For some, the failures to acknowledge the success of non-Western cultures derived not just from the ignorance but all conspiracy. The zero, to be sure, first liberated the digital from the counting board and enabled them to stand alone. With the adoption of the zero, Indian family attained the abstract place value, the notation, which was about to begin its journey of consequent through the world as a most mature and highly developed form of numerals. The importance of the creation of the zero mark can never be exaggerated. This is giving an airy nothing, not merely a local habitation and a name, a picture, a symbol, but helpful the power is the characteristics of the Hindu race, whence it sprang. It is like coining the nirvana into diamonds. No single mathematical creations has been more potent for the general ongo of the intelligence and power. How important was mathematical considering in India for understanding anything in the world? Why cry professionally in this threefold world? If there exists something, live or int it has to have in mathematics that is, cannot be understood without mathematics, was said by a famous poet. Mathematics introduction. Mathematics, it can be readily accepted by everyone in an intellectual discipline. It is also, along with the language, the most basic form of expression for a human dealings and interactions. This is the reason that some kind of number systems is found in every ancient civilization. It should astonish a thinking mind that while many languages exist and flourish in the world, only the decimal systems is universal used. Just to make the last point clear, we do find the two systems currently in the voyage. These are so called as Roman systems and for and commonly called as decimal systems, using the 10 symbols from 1 to 0. It is a common knowledge, sometimes not realized through, that no mathematical operation, not even the simple like addition numbers to give a third one, like 6 plus 4 is 10, can be defined in the Roman systems. This knocks out the Roman system for any meaningful purposes in the scientific world. On the other hand, scientists of any generations wonders on the perfect nature of the place value system, the decimal system. This is perhaps the only perfect system in the scientific world ever found. All historians of science and mathematics gives the credits of developing this system to Hindus of the ancient. However, due to limitations of the scientists having no exposures to the Vedas, most ancients of the world heritage the root of these are not clearly traced from there. The paper provides internal evidence from the Vedas that the number from 1 to 9 and the concept of 0 and the place value notation were known to the Vedic people. Going to the very root, presenting direct internal evidence from Vedas, the paper presents the following points. The numbers, that is 1 to 9, with 9 as the largest single digit from which find mention in the rakas and mantras of the Vedas. There is enough evidence that a method to denote 0 was known as to the Vedic seas. The Veda referred to what is in the modern terminology are called as sequences of the number. That the ideas of the fractions, both units and others, has also found clear mention in Vedas. In further points on how initially proposed theories by Europe scholars of mathematics considering algebra and geometry of Greek or old Babylonian origins have come to discarded based on the evidences produced from the Vedic work. The paper also bring out some references of the Indian mathematicians spending times in China in 8th century and using Indian mathematician in there for a calendrical purposes. Evolving theory of origin of mathematics in India rather than in a Greek and Babylonia. Mathematical originated in numbers and geometrical figures. The European resonance of 1300 to 1600 traced roots of everything to iconic Greeks, in particular to the 6th century. Following these lines, W.W.R. Hales in 1901 wrote the history of the mathematics cannot with the certainty be tracked back to the schools or period before that of an iconic Greeks. In these early years of a European intellectual growth, contributions of India's was obviously not considered. After Sanskrit studies attracted some European scholars, this situation changed in 1875. Tibbets, a Sanskrit scholar, With the view of information, the learned world about the Indian mathematicians translated a large part of the work. In 1877, Cantor, realizing the importance of the Tibadut work being a complementary study of a Greek and a Indian mathematicians. Initially, he concluded that the India geometry is derived from Alexandrina knowledge. However, some 25 years later, the greater study, he concluded that the Indian geometry and the Greek geometry are related. The process of assigning dates was also picked up, and later Cantor eventually considered a much earlier dates to Indian history. There came another turn. In 1928, Neuberger published a paper in which he traced that the so-called Pythagoras theorem was known well over 1,000 years before Pythagoras, but in 1937 made a hazard guess of geometry being Babylonian origin. Siedenberg in 1978 expanded the study of Vedic sources, including Shabda Brahmana and Taitara Samhita, closely comparing Greek and the Vedic mathematicians as well as Old Babylonian and Vedic mathematician. He concluded as follows: geometric algebra existed in India before the classic period of Greece. A comparison of a Pythagorean and a Vedic mathematician together with some chronological consideration showed a common source for a Pythagorean and a Vedic mathematician is to be sought either in Vedic mathematician or in an older mathematician must like it. A view that a Vedic mathematics is a derivation of Old Babylonian rejected. Number evidence directly from the Vedas. In tracing the origin of the present day universal ideas, but numbers, our search begins from Vedas. A famous dictins uses meaning 1 as a cardinal number. Further to the research numbers in the Vedas, let us refer to famous and fundamental stanzas. Here, look at the bold words, not clearly find the uses of the words thousands, tens, threes, sevens, etc. for the numbers. Beside spotic use of the numbers in the Vedic text, there is a complete Shuktan in that is devoted to the numbers from 1 to 11. It is some significance to see that Shuktas end after introducing 11, as it is easy to now named as 12, 13 and so on. Thus the Shuktas introduce the numbers 1 to 9, the base 10 fully and clearly. Use zeros suggested in Atharveda. Next, we come to a very important concept of zero. In a rather implement matter, we find else in Atharveda again special place for the number and their multiples of a 10. A complete Shukta outlining a special use of a number and their 10 multiple, that is 1 and 10, 2 and 20, 3 and 30, 4 and 40, as goes on. Symbol for numbers. As is well known, given symbols to any concept is a well recognized Vedic practices. However, Vedas are Shrutis, meaning thereby that these were preserved and passed on by oral traditions. The numbers, naturally in Vedas, has to be recorded by their names, even though symbol representation must have been in a use for them. Therefore, it is incorrect to infer that the Vedic scriptures did not have a symbol for numbers and that the symbols were not in the use during the Vedic times. In fact, the names like Ekadasa indicates the number greater than 10 were given the names that has representation in sun symbols, with the turning point comes at 10, 20, 30 up to 90. This is on the courtesy, indicates knowledge and uses all the important characters. The place value systems. The Shuktas devoted to numbers and their 10 multiples brings us in fact close to the inferring that if a number from 1 to 9 was written in some ways, their 10 multiples were written in certainly related way to the base number. This suggested use of some symbols for 0. Evidence that numbers were written. When did the number start to be written in some symbol forms? Vedic systems being rich in symbolization, the correct system is right from the time their concept developed and matured. The earliest thought of Indians learned and the Ital or represented Rig Veda, wherein we find the references of these written numbers. We like to draw an attention to use of the dice with 6 faces and numbers written on them in 10, 34, 2, where we find here use of a word die, that is aksha, in the game indicates that the face has some marks, perhaps of numbers on them. Also another mantras from Rig Veda that clearly talks of writing numbers. Here it is mentioned that 1,000 cows which has figures of 8 written on their ears were given to me. In fact, writing numbers is some form must have started with any other forms of written words if not before. As we know so well, the traditions of a written language also goes to an antiquity in India. Mothers of most of the languages of the world, Vedic Sanskrit was one of which is written in Brahmi script, which is considered to be the peculiar of Devanagari and so many other alphabets of India. Another scripts used in ancient India was Kashoktri, which unlike Brahmi was written right to the left. It is believed to have originated in the northwest and was in the use from the 5th century to the 3rd century. In terms of a physical evidence available today, world's oldest written document that uses present day numerals as 1, 2 till 9 is of 595. It is a piece of Gujaradesha. Also the earliest known written 0 is found of Gulliver Inspirations in 870 BC. Mohenjo-daro and Ashoka writings. From Mohenjo-daro writings, there is evidence of returning numbers from 1 to 13. Evidence of written languages in a kind of Brahmini script is found on the vessel, estimated to be 3000 to 6000 BC in Madras Museum. Most of the stone writings of the emperors Ashoka are in Brahmini and also in Kasharoti. Karoshiti numbers are certainly not the ancestors of the Sanskrit or present numbers. Brahmi script has a symbol for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, like thousands, 2000s and so on. We will not go into the linguistic details in the present article, but it is well recognized that there is a substantial scholarly work showing that from Sanskrit resulted Greek and Iranian languages in 500 BC, Latin in 300 BC, Gothic in 400 BC, Celtic, New Germanic and Old High Germanic in 800 BC, Old Salvik in 900 BC, Lithuanian in 1700 BC, so on. Nature of a Vedic number, abstract contours in the Vedic thoughts. Mathematics isn't, in truth, nature has been termed abstract, man's mental eyes, a train of thought. It also allows him to roam into the world far remote from his nature. He seeks round. How and when did the numbers thoughts started in the Vedic mind? Most people think that the numbers must be started with counting, but this would not give rise to discovery of the zero, as also not to the mystic significance of the numbers in the Hindu Vedic tradition. Then the 10 digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 in my options also do not rise from the simplistic thought that there are 10 fingers in 2 hands, which Gaines suggested counting as the basic of the numbers. The digits other than 0 begins only 9. This is again due to the fact that 0 then again remains unexplained. Obviously, Hindu concepts of number is related to abstract philosophical thought. Let me quote you again from the other Veda or Rika that mysteries the number ones. He has the power, he is the one, there is the only one, the strength of one, all devas share the strength of one. Translated in the mathematical dreams, this Rakha would mean 1 multiplied by with 1 remains 1. That one is always a factor of any inquiry or quality. The place values systems also must have got into simultaneous by the Hindu social systems in which people of the higher rank sit in a higher place than those juniors to them in an ordinary way. Series and sequence in Vedas. Interestingly, there is enough internal evidences in Vedas that the mathematical patterns that in today's languages may be termed as series and sequences were considered an important part of Vedic knowledges. It may be mentioned that the set of sequences and series are the very important basic concept and structures in the pure mathematics. Chapter 18th of Yajurveda, which forms what is called as Vajanaseyi, is considered important from the point of the view of knowing a vast spectrum of religious obligations, agriculture and agriculture procedure, demonstration of animals, lives and inter things, objects of worships, duties and behaviors of men, duties and behaviors of a ruler. These parts deal with the concept and idea, but worldly and spiritually, that prevailed during the Vedic Sahimta period. Also in the chapters names of all domestical animals, all different types of grains are listed, and there seem to be instruction to obtain them through yajna. Mathematical concepts about sequence appears here in 2 stanzas. The sequence of the pair of a number given here is 1 3, 3 5, 5 7, 7 9, 9 11, 11 13, 13 15, 15 17, 17 19, 19 21, 21 23, 23 25, 25 27, 29 27 29, 29 and 31. These are obviously pairs of old numbers. By giving them in pairs, it seems that the several patterns arising by their pairwise sum, differences, products, etc. must be explained by the teacher. The pattern arising by the sum of these pairs is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60s and goes on. Here the terms are progressing by the same number 4, while the pattern arising by the product is 3, 15, 35, 63, 99, 143, 195 and so on, where the numbers are progressing with the variable differences pattern 12, 20, 28, 36. The sequence of the pair of the given here is 4, 8, 8, 12, 12, 16, 16, 20, 20, 24 and so on, which must have been selected for these many properties not listed. It may be mentioned that unless these sequence had some very interesting priorities, these will not find a place in Vedas. It was the method of a Veda perhaps to encourage creativity and a spirit of inquiry that details were in general left out. Indian mathematics in China. Another interesting study that have recently been through out of the Nobel Sen writes as calendrical studies in which the Indian astronomers located in China in the 12th century were particularly involved made good use of processing of trigonometry that had already occurred in India by then, going much beyond the original Greek roots of Indian trigonometry. The movement of the Indian trigonometry to China was a part of global enchants of idea that also went west around that time. Indeed, this was also about the time when the Indian trigonometry was having a major impact on the Arab world, with widely used Arabic translation of the words of Aryabhatta, Varahimitra, Brahmagupta and others, which would laterly influence the European mathematics as well through the Arabs. In a chapter of China and India, Sen mentioned that several Indian mathematicians and astronomers held positions in Chinese scientific establishment, and China's scientist Gautam Siddhara Quantum Zida in Chinese even became the president of the official board of astronomy in China in the 8th century. Sen further points out that Gautama produced the great Chinese compendium of astronomy in 18th century scientific classic. He was also engaged in adopting a number of Indian astronomical works into Chinese. For example, Li, which draws on a particular planetary calendars in India, is clearly based on a classicals produced under 550 in Varaham It is mainly an algorithmic guide to the computation, establishing things such as the duration of the eclipse based on the diameter of the moon and the other relevance parameters. The techniques involved drew on the methods that were established by the Aryabhatta and then further developed by his followers in India such as Varamihra and Brahmagupta. Applications of maths and science. Maths, as we all know, has application ranging from day-to-day situations to traveling to the star. Application of the science, knowledge applicable to the physics world in Vedic times have been divided into Upaveda. These corresponding to each four Vedas are Arya Veda, Dhanur Veda, Swatapaya Veda and Gandhara Veda. These are, in my understanding, the Sanskrit works of the applied science of the Vedic traditions. In war and in communication, there are mentions of fear was recorded in the Sanskrit text. These mention different type of weapons, some seen to be atomic and powerful than other devices. Another area is about to mean of travel. While we do not find mention of the motorized vehicle, which was very inconvenient, a need of lot of road development, the wisdom of those times seem to have devised various types of aeroplane whose mentions are rampant. Sulba Sutras. Sulabha means rope and Sutra means formula. Thus, Sulabha Sutra literally means formula of measurement, which basically means geometry. Their origin can be traced to the Vedas, and the scholars consider that these must have been known at least 8 centuries before. The ideas presented there seems to be motivated by the considering of forming yajna altars. Sulbasutra contains what is called as Pythagoras theorem, but know the proof, not the proof. Thank you.